How's it going, everyone? College Lefty, and in this video I have for you guys highlights from the Diamond Dynasty tournament that just recently took place over on Twitch. This is hosted by SRS Gaming or Stargrave Sports Gaming. They also have a YouTube account. I will go ahead and link that in the comment section down below. For this tournament, I am kind of using a different team. It is a 92 overall cap for this tournament, so I went ahead and put all commons on my bench and James Pazos in the bullpen in place of Rob Nen. But we will be using this 92 overall team, and I was really fortunate enough to be able to participate in this event. It is a charity event put on for the American Cancer Society, and all donations will be going towards them. I think that is awesome. And in this first game, we are going up against Uncle Sam's Rejects Gaming. I will also have a link to his channel posted in the comment section down below. He had kind of a medical emergency to start the tournament off. He had to go to the hospital and get some stuff taken care of and get checked out, so we did get a little bit more of a late start, but at the same time we are able to get into the game. So let's go ahead and hop into the highlights. We have Zach Greinke on the mound, and I was able to get the first 2 outs of the game. The opponent did square the ball up pretty well and could have easily gotten rewarded on both of those hits. For these types of tournament games, I really try and focus and play my best game possible. I know that every at-bat counts and every opportunity counts at the plate, so you really have to focus on the pitch repertoire that you're using, how to sequence those pitches, and also have a nice approach at the plate. So to start this game off, I'm ripping a base hit with Tony Gwynn to center field. Willie Mays kind of messed up in the outfield there, but I was unable to advance to second base. Didn't want to be too aggressive on that, and I also didn't expect him to kind of bobble the ball out there in center field. But we do have Lou Gehrig up. I was kind of doing a hit and run. One of my best hitters up at the plate, who I've hit the ball extremely well with recently. A lot of line drives, a lot of extra base hits. There he hits a double off the wall. I probably could have been able to score if I thought that ball was down immediately. But George Brett is picking the team up, and he has been an absolute machine for me. I mean, Pine Tar is all the way up at 125 for that George Brett card. He just seems to just hit everything, is a missile, an extra base hit. I thought he was going to be able to clear the bases with that last one, but it was a ground rule double. Luckily, Roberto Alomar is picking up the team with the sac fly. I did kind of get under that one. I was looking for a pitch on the outside half of the plate. But in the top of the second inning, the opponent is hitting the ball hard. I mean, he's ripping line drives left and right here. Luckily, that one was right at George Brett. Now with Greinke, I'm trying to throw this curveball on the outside corner, and I threw it on a perfect spot, just a little bit accidentally on the outside half. I missed the hoop to the left a little bit, causing that one to nick the corner. Got him on to strike 3. And to follow up the next inning, a nice late jammed hit from Pudge. Definitely getting the ball to fall in. Now with 2 outs, after a few at-bats, I was unable to get a hit with the pitcher in Tony Gwynn. I am sending out a 2-run shot with Willie Mays. It is always nice to get a nice 2-out rally going, and that gives Lou Gehrig an opportunity on an 0-1 count. I'm facing Warren Spahn, so he does have the little bit of a longer delivery, but I am still trying to lock in at when he releases the ball. He throws a circle changeup low and inside. I smashed that one with Lou Gehrig, and then unfortunately the opponent had to concede this one. His family wanted him to get looked at further by doctors and make sure that his diabetic emergency was okay and that his health is the most important thing, and that's 100% correct. So we will be advancing in the tournament. I would have loved to play that guy. I would have loved to continue on that game and play a second one or even a third game, because it is a best 2 out of 3 series. So luckily I was able to get the first win, and that was it. But hopefully him and his family are recovering well, and that's really what's most important. So let's go ahead and get into this next game. We are going up against Showtimes, who is over on YouTube. I will also post a link in the comment section to his channel as well. Here is third baseman's making a tremendous diving stop on Willie Mays. That was a hard hit baseball. I thought was going to be able to get through. And on an 0-2 count in the top of the second inning, I hung a changeup a little bit with early feedback. I wanted that one below the zone, and that's something that can happen. I mean, you hang a pitch with early feedback against a good player, he's going to hit it off the foul pole for a home run and go up 1-0. I mean, Cal Ripken Jr. does have the power against lefties and that sweet swing. So if you get a good ball low in the zone and get the right launch angle, he will send it out for a no-doubter. And that's exactly what happened. But I'm able to trying to bounce back in this inning and successfully get the confidence back up on some of these pitches. After giving up that home run, I'm looking to get the confidence back up on the changeup. But so far, the cutter has been working most effectively for me. In this one, we are facing the Signature Series Jim Palmer, And this card is a pitcher that I have never faced in this year's game, and I was having a tough time deciphering between the curveball, the 12-6 slow curveball, and the fastball. I mean, just picking up the different pitches that he was throwing and reading which ones they were. The changeup was also hard for me. In the 0-2 count with Willie Mays, I took that fastball right on the outside corner. Definitely a good pitch to hit in a good spot for the opponent. I mean, I wasn't looking for a fastball. I thought it was outside. And then Lou Gehrig just misses a 3-run shot by a matter of inches. It's unfortunate. I was early on that curve. It was a hanger. And the very next pitch, he got me swinging. I was a little bit too aggressive and swung at ball 3. But in that situation, I really have nobody to blame but myself. I had a couple opportunities with the 2 guys in scoring position, less than 2 outs. My best 2 hitters up at the plate, and I wasn't able to get the job done with Willie Mays or Lou Gehrig. Luckily, George Brett is picking me up in the following inning. I did get into kind of a jam. He had a double with Ichiro, had him in scoring position as well. But I was able to pitch out of it, keep the deficit at 1. And Roberto Alomar is going to cash in George Brett with a single up the middle, right up the chute. And that's going to allow 69 speed to come around and score the tying run. Bringing up Pudge with 2 down in the inning. I did have the pitcher spot up next. He throws a hanging curveball, and I just dropped the PCI. That was something where I needed to move the PCI up as I was swinging, get on top of that baseball, hit it for a line drive into the gap. And I was unable to do so. Definitely a good pitch. I wasn't looking for a curveball in the upper part of the zone, but he was able to get me out. Now I'm looking to try and bounce back. I was able to get the next 3 outs in the inning, trying to settle down with Mad Bum. Still able to pitch effectively in this game, even after giving up that solo shot earlier. This play was pretty crazy. He does make a diving effort in left field, and I actually almost got thrown out trying to advance to third base on that diving error. But that is going to allow me to take the lead. A 1-out triple, I guess, because he never really touched that ball. It was not a routine play by any means. A 1-out triple, I am able to score on the sacrifice fly from Willie Mays. He went right back to that fastball on the outer half that he was able to get me to strike out on earlier. And this curveball, I was able to sit on it. I waited on it long enough. Didn't send it out of the park. But the wind was blowing in a little bit in this game. I didn't really feel like the ball was flying off the bat too often. But I was struggling facing Jim Palmer. He did go ahead and take him out, brought in Zach Britton to face Rogers Hornsby. And I mean, after scoring a couple runs against the Jim Palmer, he was definitely easier to square up. But at the same time, I was struggling picking up which pitches he was throwing and deciphering between the off-speed and the fastball. So going to that Zach Britton kind of helped me out a little bit. I was able to knock a base hit with Hornsby. We're up 3-1. Facing the player of the month, Liam Hendricks. He throws a fastball low in the zone, and I was sitting all over that fastball. Good. It wasn't good squared up, but it was good. PCI was all over it. Didn't really get the exit velocity that I was looking for. I feel like if the wind was blowing out, then that ball would have been a home run. But nonetheless, it was a fly out to the center field warning track. And then with Lou Gehrig, I was definitely a little underneath this baseball, but I did think I hit it well enough to be sent out for a 2-run shot, also to the warning track. But we still have a 2-run lead, so I'm looking to try and score at least one more run. I mean, he's a bloop and a blast away from tying this game up, and I still have Madison Bumgarner in the game. Here with Pudge, I am able to square that fastball up in the zone. It was a little bit above the zone, and I wasn't able to hit that one for any power at all. I thought that one had a chance to be sent out, or at least an extra base hit off the wall or something over the outfielder's head. But I was unable to get that job done and expand the lead. But anyway, last out here, we have Ichiro up at the plate. Lou Gehrig bobbles the ball, and we get the dub in the first. Now we will play the second game of the best-of-3 series up against Showtimes once again. We have a little bit of a different matchup on the mound. Nolan Ryan against Adam Wainwright. Definitely a solid team. He didn't make any adjustments or anything like that. I don't know if that's in the rules or not. But we're starting this game off with a line drive double from Tony Gwynn off the right field wall. This game, the wind was blowing out 10 miles an hour to right field. So hopefully the ball will be jumping off of the bat more in this game. Lou Gehrig is going to pull that one into right field. I thought that he had a chance to catch that one, and so did Tony Gwynn. He didn't really advance on contact, but there is one down in the inning. That's going to bring up Rogers Hornsby. He throws a fastball, a four-seamer, up and away. I was waiting for it. I sat on it. I swung even a little bit early and pulled that one down the left field line just to the right of the foul pole there for a 3-run shot with Hornsby. So we go up 3-0 in the first inning. That is a huge way to start this game off. Also got the confidence on Adam Wainwright's pitches down a little bit. after getting that early lead. Now we have to look to get Nolan Ryan's confidence up on some of his pitches. I'm really trying to mix in the 4-seam and the 12-6 curveball early on in this game to try and get those pitches confidence up, so that way I can control them a little bit easier. There I was able to dot up a 102 fastball in the outer half. Pudge is going to square up this curveball more over the middle of the plate, pulls it into left field for a base knock. I'm really trying to get anything going possible at the plate, try and get a rally started every inning, and Tony Gwynn is going to smack that one, a no-doubter on a fastball over the middle in part of the plate. Definitely had bad feedback on that one because it was sent out 460 feet, and it was a no-doubter from Gwynn. You don't really see that too often unless the pitcher has early feedback. Lou Gehrig is expanding the lead to 6-0 after that home run. Wasn't a no-doubter, but it was a line drive missile sent out to right center field. Now I'm just looking to continue pitching with Nolan Ryan. At this point, I have a 6-run lead, so I'm looking to attack the strike zone, but at the same time, no lead is safe in this game. I know that showtimes can come back at any point. He was able to hit really well in the first one and pitch really well, so I know that I might get shut down, and I'm looking to try and minimize as much as possible on defense and look to expand the lead at the plate. Roberto Alomar is going to smack that one up the middle. He got a bad animation with his second baseman there. Probably could have threw me out, but anyway, it is an infield hit. I stole second with Alomar. I'm trying to be as aggressive as possible, even up by 6 runs, looking to get in scoring position. I was able to knock that base hit the other way with Ricky Henderson. A little bit of a late swing, but that's going to bring up Nolan Ryan. And at this point in the game, I mean, with this lead, there's no way I'm taking him out. I don't even have a bench guy to go to anyway. All the guys on my bench are common hitters with a little bit of speed and not really any contact. So I didn't plan on even using those guys. I just wanted to focus on using the starting lineup, using the pitcher as a hitter as well, and hopefully I can get a base knock or two with the pitcher and just go from there. Let my offense do the rest of the work for me and just look to pitch with the starter and try and go as far as possible with him to get into the bullpen. But I was able to launch a ball into the gap the next inning with Tony Gwynn. So that's a guy in scoring position. Willie Mays is also hitting that one into the gap, facing this gold Brett Cecil card. The Toronto Blue Jays collection, definitely a good budget lefty to go to, and I thought that I might see him or Johnny Venters in this tournament, but Rogers Hornsby is going to line that one to center field. Ichiro is able to track that one down. Definitely a well-hit ball, but unfortunately didn't have the right launch angle to send that one out if I was a little bit more under it. But it still was a productive out. I was able to advance Willie Mays to third base, and I have my RBI machine up. George Brett, he smacks that one to right field right past the first baseman, and that's going to allow another run to come home. Roberto Alomar is up, and if this ball gets down, I have a chance to get to second and third, continue on the rally with Pudge coming up, Ricky Henderson, the bottom of the lineup, but unable to capitalize. He does track that one down in left field, responds with a home run, a no-doubter of his own with Tony Gwynn, sat on the changeup low and away, pulled it, and smacked it pretty good. So that was going to be a 9-1 game, and Ricky Henderson is responding with a double of his own. Just a back-and-forth offensive onslaught in this one, I would say. I mean, he was hitting the ball really well, just wasn't getting rewarded quite often, but I was really trying to put up as many runs as possible. No disrespect to Showtimes. I know that he's a good enough player to put up 8 runs at any time and come back in this game. And no lead is safe, especially in a tournament. I'm looking to expand the lead, move up base runners, try and cash this run in from third base, making it a 10-1 game. Nolan Ryan is going to line out to left field. I sat all over that fastball, and if I had a better hitting pitcher up like Mad Bum or Greinke, that one might have been sent out for a double. But nonetheless, does get the job done. A 10-1 ball game. He does have an opportunity to still come back. I mean, no mercy rule is in effect right now because I'm not up by 10 runs. But if I'm able to get up by 10, I can close this one out with the last 3 outs because he's the home team. He will have a chance to respond. We're in the top of the 6th inning. Willie Mays is 1 for 3. And he's going to send that one up the middle for a base knock, making him 2 for 4. Nice single to get the inning going. 92 speed on first base. I'm not looking to steal because I have Lou Gehrig up. And probably could have potentially stolen that pitch. That was a good pitch to hit and run, but I may have doubled up myself on the line out or something like that. So I wanted to just let Lou Gehrig hit. I was able to hit a home run with him earlier. And that's just what I'm trying to do. Let those guys that have a lot of power swing the bat, not trying to run myself out of the inning. I already have a good lead. If this game was a little bit closer, then I might have looked to be aggressive with Willie Mays in that situation. But I was able to move the runner over with Rogers Hornsby. And then George Brett is going to send one to right field. I thought that this one was going to be a warning track out, just not enough power, but it does go off the wall. George Brett, another double, some more RBIs, and I probably could have scored Lou Gehrig if I knew that that ball was down right away. Just messed up on the bases. Roberto Alomar's trying to cash in another run. Lines out to right field. I was just really trying to square up the ball as much as possible. And even some of the outs I had were hard hit line drives. That's really all you can do. Try and focus on squaring up the ball consistently. Now he's down to his last out right here. Get the strikeout with Tony Gwynn, and that is going to do it. The 10-run mercy rule, definitely a good opponent from Showtimes. He had a great couple games there, and the first one was a little bit closer. But thank you guys so much for watching the Diamond Dynasty highlights, and peace out.